For me, the most awkward and dangerous and problematic area of a motorway is joining and leaving. You've got to keep an eye on all the flow of the traffic and try and be in a pocket of space. And honestly, most of the clips that we're going to see today are going to be in these areas of where the junctions are. Just had to make sure no one was coming back. Again, there was a little difference between my speed and the Renault Capture's speed. I was aware of the Tesla behind as well. But like I said, most of these clips are in these type of areas. And you imagine how many of these clips that we're going to see today would have been sorted if they had have done the kind of things that I've just done. On with the clips.
A common sight on our motorways, my viewer Lee overtakes the blue Audi SUV. There's no speed change from the camera car, but the driver of the blue Audi suddenly gets on with it. Perhaps they've just finished their phone call. In any case, Lee does the correct thing and goes back to lane 1. I'm not mentioning too much about the lane discipline. That will follow. With the vehicles in refuge, I can understand the black Mercedes being in lane 2. There may very well have been a warning. However, the driver of the white Volkswagen is the slowest car in the vicinity, and it's out in lane 3. And this always causes problems. However, there's a little mistake from my viewer in this clip. They're now catching the red vehicle in front, and they need to get out. But I would absolutely need to know where the driver of the white Volkswagen is before I made the lane change. And they don't. Not good from either driver. We had not good in the previous clip, but this one's just downright dangerous.
Passed with slow pace, the hugest lion that human eyes have ever seen. In describing the scene, Lucy said afterwards, "He was an elephant." No, at another time she only said, "The size of a cart horse." I know. It was not only the size that mattered. Nobody dared ask. They knew it was Aslan. And nobody.
If you spend a large amount of your driving time on motorways, you can quickly stack up the miles. It might be that you're doing 30, 40, 50,000 miles a year, or even more. If you are purchasing a car though, it's important to try and find information about car usage and where it's been used. And that's again something that Car Vertical can help you out with. These Car Vertical reports show you the mileage graphs. The mileage graphs show you the mileage that's obviously been used over a period of time. And it's quite easy to tell whether the usage has been steady or whether there's peaks and troughs. If the car that you're looking at does have a high mileage, please do check the service history. That could be in a book format where it's stamped every time it's serviced, or more commonly nowadays, it's electronic. Further information can be found in the timeline in the Car Vertical reports. It shows you MOT history where obviously the mileage is checked and recorded. You can also look at the MOT history in the timeline to see what the vehicle's potentially failed an MOT for. Look for worn tyres, worn suspension components. This can give you an idea whether the vehicle has been looked after or not. Plainly and simply, these reports show you information that can give you added peace of mind. It doesn't mean that the car's going to be perfect though. Please do get it checked out professionally before you do make that purchase. But the Car Vertical report is your first port of call. It's your first starting point. Remember, use the code Ashley. It can save you 20% on checking out one car. But don't leave any car unchecked. Checking out a few, using the code Ashley, saves you 50%. Great result. Thanks, Car Vertical.
I'm disgusted.
Hold back time for me. And that's exactly why. My viewer did just about enough. But maybe next time just hold back a little sooner, just until you're certain.
You okay? No, I'm in a panic attack. You're doing well.
Going back to what I said in the intro, this clip shows there couldn't be a worse time to move back to the left.
99% of your thoughts will happen inside your computer. When your body dies at old age and you get cremated, it doesn't really matter. You can just carry on using 99% which you've already got running in your computers. Go back to work on Monday morning, hire an Android, and get back in the real world. Go back to work on Monday morning. So that's the kind of
You're
world
that
we're looking
confident
at
that our
quickly.
human body.
There's a strong possibility that the driver of the silver Toyota didn't even see my viewer. But please don't change back to lane 1 when people could be using it to emerge.
By thinking, your thoughts will be executed inside the computer hardware far faster than they could possibly be inside of your brain. So most of your
This clip demonstrates one of my pet hates about joining motorways. Watch the van driver behind and what they do. How much of the motorway is my viewer now able to assess for themselves? At least the van driver didn't overtake though. I've seen it done, and I'm sure you have. People exiting late can be really dangerous, but it's even worse when it's a lorry driver. A complete lack of attention and planning. Very poor. Late exiting obviously isn't just a UK thing. Don't forget, people can make late decisions from both sides. My viewer was onto it. Did you think that Vauxhall was going to come straight out? Again, not a UK road, but always watch out for people who signal as they move. I do think my viewer should have been working this out anyway though. The speed the van was catching the motorhome in front made this obvious for me. What looks like to be a German autobahn. The UK car weaving through traffic. This is one of the most mind-blowing clips we're going to see today. Why does this driver even attempt this, especially with the layout a little bit further up? The differences in speed there were massive. Now have a look at the layout. That vehicle should have just followed the lorry and just joined easily a bit further. They didn't even have to lane change. The occupants of this Polestar are gesturing to everyone. I wonder what happened leading up to this. Let us know, Lee. Another clip from Lee showing people's obsession for using lane 2 when joining a motorway, even though they're doing 10 miles an hour. Joining too slow like this can be really dangerous. I mentioned the difference in speed before. The speed that you join at should be at or around the same speed of the vehicles that you're trying to fit in with. If there's no one in lane 1, try and join close to the maximum speed your vehicle's allowed to go. Did you notice the left signal and the brake lights after they went into the slip road? Some more weaving, this time on a UK motorway. Don't forget, motorways mile for mile are our safest roads. When collisions do happen though, they're often of a serious nature, so hopefully there's a few bits in this video that are going to keep you a little safer and a little more aware. Where's the problem coming from here?
To whoever finds this letter, my car broke down. There is nothing nearby. I'm an apple sandwich. Please tell my wife that I love her and that she was right. This jacket isn't bulletproof.
If you haven't done already, please press that like button and subscribe. It costs you nothing, yet it helps me get these videos out to more people. Thanks to everyone for sending in their clips. Keep safe everyone, I'll see you soon.
Get ready for the biggest kitchen event of the year. It's Halloween's Trade Fest, and you can win a